Welcome in, everyone. This is Farmer Cop here for a new mod map tour of Memphis, New York. This is a map by WillyBoy10102. It is 403.65 megabytes to download for all platforms. I'm going to go ahead and start by reading the description, and then we'll get into it. It says, returning from Farming Simulator 22 with countless revisions beyond just game conversion, welcome to Memphis, New York. Memphis, New York is a rural community in central New York with hot summers, wet springs, and harsh winters. Despite these relative extremes, life finds a way. In Memphis, if you choose to begin your farming journey as a new farmer, you'll have all the necessary equipment and a few fields to produce wheat with a small chicken coop tucked in the forest for some additional income. In the event that your vehicles need repair or you desire to purchase new ones, there's a shop located just down the road. If you choose to expand your farm and find yourself needing water for animals, there's a spring located on Whiskey Hollow Road, which is the road that leads into the forest. When it comes time to sell, there are numerous productions and sell points located around the map, and a warehouse if you choose to undertake a construction project, which there is one in the form of a ruined barn located on farmland at 55. A sawmill is also located on the aforementioned Whiskey Hollow Road, accessible by a short, wide trail off the main road. If you choose to invest in dairy farming, be advised that in addition to total mixed ration, silage will now allow cows to reach 100% production as well. That's great. Let me scroll down a little bit here on the description. Compared to the farming simulator, scattered around the map are a total of 22 fields, some requiring access roads, but with 4.5 miles of rural road to drive down and even more miles of off-road trails, you can easily access every corner of the map. The off-road trails will allow you to explore the map to its fullest extent, whether for recreation or logging. Compared to the Farming Simulator 22 version, many properties are more immersive, with usable garages, farmhouses, and even numerous animal pens scattered around the map to be purchased with their respective land. Farmland 44 is a large area with some pre-placed buildings, but all of those can be deleted to morph the area into any large farm of your choosing. Farmland 32 is also left intentionally blank to allow for the farm or the player to create a home specifically to their liking. And there's 4 required mods, which is not too bad. So yeah, a bit of a long description, but we'll get into it here. Starting a new farm mode. So this is what we got. There's a lot of stuff actually happening in this little area here. We got some, like that's probably the biggest field there. Oh, I clicked the peripheral, sorry. Big field there, 804,000. If you click number 1, it gives you the roadways if you wanted to own those for $0, which is nice. But yeah, starting out new farmer mode, we have this little chunk of land here. I think that's gonna be, that's not the chicken coop, is it? Chicken coop's tucked back out there. Goodness gracious. Field 9, also field 4, and then field 55 right there. So we have actually quite a bit of stuff starting out in new farm mode. And the road or the shop is literally right up the road, as mentioned in the description. So yeah, we'll take a look around. We'll make sure I purchase all the land so we can kind of know where things are on it as well. I believe the crop calendar is pretty standard. I don't see any big changes in there. We obviously own a chicken coop to start, and we have 6 chickens right now, 1 rooster and then 5 chickens. For contracts, you have contracts in the fields you don't own. Productions available on the map is a bakery, carpentry point, oil mill, preserved food factory, sawmill, spinnery, tailor shop, and then a small tailor shop as well. And I'm not sure if there's a BGA on here or not. We'll see about that when we purchase all the land. And then we don't own any productions to start. Starting on new farm mode, the equipment you start with is an AGCO 8810 tractor. You also have an Agromaz plow, Great Plains seeder. You have a Hardy Mega sprayer with the extra tank. You also have an International Series 200 pickup truck, an International Transtar 2, a John Deere 3650 tractor, a Kubota RTV, which would be perfect for doing some exploring and doing a little bit of work around the farm. Load King Distinction triple hopper trailer there for you to haul stuff around. The Lizard Gravity Wagon, which this is one of the required mods here. Massey Ferguson MF8570 harvester with a header and a header trailer to go with it. You also have a New Holland L318 little skid steer loader for you to use with a high dump bucket for it there, as well as pallet forks so you can move your egg pallets around with that. You also have a little small kind of trailer there to haul stuff around, a Skoda Kodiak, and then a small cultivator, and that is everything. So you have quite a bit of equipment to start, and it's all fantastic. So here we are. I'm assuming, do I have all my triggers on? I'll make sure that that's the case here. Yeah, okay, perfect. Is this, would have assumed I had like a sleep trigger around here. Maybe I don't have a sleep trigger, actually. Kind of interesting. We have a garage over here with our vehicles in it, or at least our pickup truck and our car in it. Oh, there we go there. Okay, around the backside here. Plenty of stuff happening. You got a nice little backyard. Pile of junk there. Can you get rid of that if you wanted to? No, you can't. You're stuck with the pile of junk. So just be aware of that. Okay. Deer on the roadway. Perfect. That's going to go well. Across the street here, we have this little kind of like barn area. Take a look at what's inside here. On the bottom. Bottom, we got a couple pieces of equipment. I hate that texture. That texture should be fixed. But yeah, we got our skid steer set up here. Little trailer and our RTV there. Can we get upstairs from here? It doesn't look like that's going to be possible. But you got some small stuff tucked away down there. And I believe there's the upper area which has some stuff as well. Yep, it's got our harvester parked up here. I would be scared to park that harvester on this in real life. An old barn like this, I feel like it would fall through. But yeah, got a couple pieces of equipment up here. So there you go. The rest of our equipment is kind of stashed down over here, which we got a silo and the American barn with hayloft. What's out there? Oh, it's a little gravity wagon. Our chicken coop's there. Yeah, let's just go ahead and hop in one of our vehicles here. We can drive around our farm and take a look at some of the stuff that way. We'll take the pickup truck. It's a good looking pickup truck here. If I can get going, there we go. I like the asphalt driveway. Like, it actually looks like an asphalt driveway. I wonder if that's a painting texture. You can put more of that down. It is. Look at that asphalt. That's fantastic. So you could add to your asphalt. That's great. I love that that's a painting texture because that asphalt looks fantastic. So I like that. Oops, didn't mean to get out of the truck there. It's my bad. Okay, so we'll come back and see the rest of our farm here in a bit. I just want to kind of try to handle this as much as an orderly fashion as possible. Obviously, it looks like we have a horse pen right here, so let's go ahead and purchase all the land. Let me just have it all come to us here. Go, there we go, and boom. All right, now we own all of it, so now if we take a look at the map, a lot of stuff showed up. We had sheep right next to us, goodness gracious. Yeah, a sheep and another chicken pasture, or chicken coop right next to our farm yard right there. So those are all over there. We have horses right here. The roads look great. Honestly, it's a really well done, kind of nice American map here. We have horses there. Vehicle shop is right here. Repair trigger and all that's right there. And then going down here, what do we have? We have a couple farmhouses dotted about, but at the very end here, we have selling station for generic products. And we also have a manure buy point and a liquid manure buy point. So we'll head down there, take a look at that, and then drive back up this road. The edge is a little abrupt, but I'm not sure how else you would do it. That guy's trying to pass on the double yellow. Yeah, it's a little abrupt, but I'm not sure how else you do it. Seems like the animal dealer. Yep, the animal dealer's right here as well. So if you wanted to purchase animals, you can do that. I don't know what it is about Farming Circuit 25 that doesn't always have the animal dealer marked on the map. It's not the modder's fault, because it's pretty much every map. I just don't know. Maybe it's an issue I have on my end, but anyhow, we'll head up this way again. We're back kind of over to where our farm is. And you got those extra coops there. Chicken coop and sheep pasture if you wanted to use those. But head up that way. You got a farmhouse with a pigsty and a farm garage there to be built. And yeah, what a goodness gracious. Got a lot of large tarp greenhouses there. That showed up. Yep. Grain mill now as well, which wasn't on there earlier. A lot of all sorts of greenhouses. But no BGA, so just be aware of that. Keep going up this way. We have another, our barn is right over here with some more storage and things like that. We come up over here. Got our farm silo and our hayloft, and we got a bunch of stuff stored in that barn right there. But we're going to get back on the main route here. Keep working our way up this way. All right. So, farmhouse on the left there. Yeah, we'll keep driving up here. We got another horse pasture and farmhouse coming up just on the other side of this cornfield, which is, this is the big field here. Yeah. Yeah, this field will keep you busy for a while. This is the big field, right? I'm not crazy. Yeah, this is the big field. So this field will keep you busy for a while. Yeah, we'll head up over here. Yeah, farmhouse and horse pasture right there. Oh, goodness gracious, can't see any of it. The trees right there, that little house there. Farmhouse and horse pasture there for you if you wanted to use that. There's a lot of trees. It's kind of hard to drive around the map, but it feels really cool. Like looking in this, just the feeling you get driving through here this is fantastic. I love that tree cover. It honestly looks so cool. But what I do think we're going to do, we're going to pull over here. right on top of the cemetery. Sorry. And we are going to go ahead and hop into flight mode, because I think that'll make our lives a little bit easier to take a look at things. So, right over here, what do we got? Up this road, we got ourselves the Spinnery sell point. Right up here. Again, I'm not a big fan of the edges. That's probably my only complaint, but I'm not sure how you can make it better. So, if I can't offer a solution, I don't know what to do. Got the grain mill right here. Down over here, we have the bakery, and then we have a chicken coop and a sheep pasture right there. So, over here, we got, there's the grain mill over there. Bakery's right here. A chicken coop and a sheep pasture over here. Keep going up this way. Right here, looks like we got ourselves our spinnery point. Tailor shop right there, sorry, not spinnery point. And up over here, this is where we have 75,000 greenhouses. If you wanted to do some greenhouse work, you could just purchase this area up here, and it would be all set up for you to do anything you'd like to do greenhouse-wise, which is quite nice. Yeah, a couple more fields and areas up here you can use and do whatever you'd like to do with. Yeah, it's quite nice. Up over here, we have ourselves, I don't know if I can zoom in. I'm assuming, is that the sawmill? Oh, preserve food factory and the debris crusher. And then we have the oil mill. And then out here, we have the warehouse, buy and sell points, as well as the small carpentry and the small tailor shop and the big farmer's kiosk. So, debris crusher, preserve food factory. This one is the, oh gosh, I can't remember now. No, that's nothing. Sorry. Over here is the something. That's the, oh my goodness, oil factory, right? Oil mill. Yep, oil mill. And up here, we have the warehouse, as well as a couple of small production points and a big farmer's kiosk. So you got a lot of stuff kind of happening up in there. I feel like my game is lagging a little bit, so I apologize about that. I'm not sure why it would be doing that. I'm not doing anything else with the computer at this time, but sometimes, what can you do? Yeah, it's a nice little area. I like it. That's our starting farm area there. Yeah, it's a lovely little map. But that's what I got for you guys, I think, at this time. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel. And turn the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.